again.
Being up in the air all day this way kind of makes you feel hungry. Thanks.
Well, go ahead. You're not doing anything but scaring the fish away.
You aren't doing so good yourself, Dad. Only got 2. Here.
Oh, thanks, Bill.
Jelly. Must have made them last night.
Well, we might as well sit down. We're not doing anything with this old fish here.
You know, Dad,
Yes, Bill?
you're a keen guy.
Now, what makes you say that, Bill, right out of a clear sky?
Well, most dads, they'd go off by themselves, play golf, and wouldn't take the time to take their kids fishing.
Well, you see, I like fishing, and I enjoy being with you. I'm having a swell time, aren't you?
Sure, you sure. Look, I'm gonna catch you.
Say, we're a couple of fine fishermen. Out all afternoon and only catch 2 fish.
Boys of today are men of tomorrow. Don't let your country come to sorrow. Fight! Fight! Strong is all the right. Fight day and night. Forward and down together. Keep on going along. Singing a song. Father and son march on.
Having whetted your appetites, as chairman of the awards committee of the Father and Son Association, I hereby announce the winner of the first prize in the junior division. For the best composition entitled My Father, Gentlemen, I give you William Peck. There you are. First prize.
Oh, gee.
Come on, Bill. Get up.
You gotta get
He's
I
got
can't
to.
make a speech.
Of course you
Bill,
can. Say something, Bill.
I don't
Come
know
on.
what to say.
Come on, Bill.
Don't be so bad.
That's the boy.
Oh,
Go on, Bill. Go ahead. That a boy.
oh, gee. I can't make no speech. I don't know why they give me the prize. I just got a swell dad and said so.
And now, let us hear from the father, our esteemed fellow townsman, Henry Peck.
Not on your life.
Well, you made me get up. Come on.
I guess I'm kind of like Bill. Not much good at making speeches. And like him, I don't know why he got that prize. He probably copied the composition out of a book. Seriously, though, he's a regular kid. And I'm proud of him. A little mischievous, sure. But what real boy isn't? The trouble with us fathers nowadays is that we often get the wrong slant on this discipline business. We don't our kids to death. Don't do this and don't do that. Now, here's the way I look at it. If your boy has never climbed your neighbor's apple tree or driven a cow into someone's garden or broken a window, I'd say Well, put lace pants on him.
That's your lace pants on, Harry? What do you mean, lace pants? You heard what my dad said, didn't you, about guys breaking windows? There's no lace pants on me!
There's no lace pants on my son.
Oh, that's great, Bill, that's great. Where's your dad? I'll bet he's proud of you.
I certainly am, but what are you doing here, Duffy, at this hour?
Telegram came to the house. I thought it might be important.
Look there, Duff. First award to William Peck.
Oh, that's wonderful.
That's gold, too, ain't it? Boy, oh, boy.
Surely it's gold.
Come on, son, we'll walk off that ice cream jag.
Okay, Pop.
You've never seen your Aunt Lily, have you, Bill?
No, Dad, why?
Well, I've invited your Aunt Lily and her son to come and visit us for a while.
Oh, how old is her son?
Oh, about your age. You see, things have been going pretty hard with her since her husband died. So I thought it'd be kind of nice to have them come and stay with us until things got straightened out for them.
Swell. What's the kid's name, Dad?
Horace.
Horace? Oh, well, I guess we can call him Butch or something.
Sure. Hey, aren't you in bed yet, Bill?
Oh,
Oh.
Gus?
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Bill. Say, looks as though we need a little feminine influence around here.
Oh, I was just gonna hang him up.
Mm-hmm.
Say, Dad,
Yes, Bill?
how's Aunt Lily our relation? Is she your sister?
No. Your mother was Aunt Lily's sister.
Oh. How old was I when Mother died?
Just a little bit of a shaver.
Excuse me, Mama. How much do you think my cousin weighs? Strip.
You got me there.
Team could use a heavy guy on the line.
Good night, Bill.
Night, Dad. Yeah, we can call him Butch. Butch. Night, Elmer. See you in the morning. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Duffy. I want you to get on with Mrs. Clay. Just don't talk too much.
Me and women say I wrote a book about 'em once. In the first chapter on feminine foibles.
I know. So you've told me before.
What'd you say his name was?
Oh, I call him Butch.
Butch.
Yeah.
Well, we need a big guy at the center.
Big
Oh,
Daddy.
boys. Come on, Dale.
I gotta go, fellas. All right.
Come on, Bill.
Well, well, Lily. It's good to see you.
Oh, Henry, you don't know what coming here means to us.
Holy smoke.
What did he say his name was?
Butch.
And I suppose this is Billy. And this is Horace.
How do you do, Uncle Henry?
Glad to see you, Horace.
Oh, hello, Horace. Glad to know you, Bill.
Oh, Duffy, will you get those bags? Yes.
And will you carry wee toy, Billy dear?
If that guy's name's Butch, mine's Clarabelle.
Ixnay on the ass ray.
Well, here we are.
Such a beautiful home. Oh, Henry, it's so kind of you to share it with us.
Oh, Lily, this is Martha.
Martha. I don't know what to say. I feel so grateful I could cry.
Oh, don't be silly. All we want you to do is to consider yourself at home, as long as you're here with us.
Is that all you want now, Mr. Peck?
That's all, Martha. Bill, you better take Elmer outdoors.
Outdoors?
Well, after all, he's not a house dog.
Oh, you'll feel insulted. He's always been in the house.
Now, don't you see that you've got Aunt Lily upset? Take him out.
Big Toy will be used to Elmer in no time. Why, tomorrow they'll probably be playing together.
I don't think so, Billy dear. Wee Toy has never liked big dogs.
Oh, supposing you boys tackle that luggage. And Bill, you show Horace his room.
All right, Dad. Come on, Horace.
Oh, it's such a lovely house, Henry. Simply adorable.
This is yours.
Gee, your room's great.
Yeah. Here's my alarm clock. My radio. I won that right in the competition about my dad.
I've been through a great deal, Henry. But at least I can be proud of my boy, Horace. I've made every sacrifice and will gladly continue to. if necessary, to bring Horace up as a perfect gentleman.
You've done very well, Lily.
William seems like a nice boy, too.
Oh, he's a grand kid. A little devilish sometimes, but always regular.
I'm so glad. Really, I am, especially for William's sake. You've been so good to him, Henry. He doesn't know, does he?
Oh, no. You see, he is my son as far as I'm concerned, just as much as if he were my own flesh and blood. And I know how he feels about me, too. He thinks I'm a swell dad. And I try to be, just because he thinks so.
I'm so glad that you feel that way about it.
Horace doesn't know, does he?
Why, of course not. And you certainly don't think he'd tell if he did.
No, but I guess it's safer this way.
Got ants under my microscope.
You have? I certainly like your room. You wouldn't want to change with me, would you?
Are you kidding? I should say not. Mine's right next to my dad's over there. I wouldn't change for no money in the world.
Horace, dear, it's only natural that Billy should have the better room, and only natural that he should want to keep it. We mustn't expect too much. You don't want to be selfish, like other little boys.
Take Horace out and have him meet the boys. First thing you want to do is to join Bill's gang. What's the name of the club now? Oh, the Excelsior Club.
It's the most exclusive club in town. Come on, Horace.
Do you stutter?
No, of course not. So long, Dad.
So long, kids. See you tonight.
Hey, come on, Horace.
Bye, Uncle Henry.
Come on, Horace. Next week school starts, so we might as well have all the fun we can.
Oh, I don't know. School's not so bad.
Yeah. Here, Elmer. Hey, you good boy. There, you good boy. Yeah, come on. Go. What do you think of Elmer?
He's a funny-looking mutt.
Mutt nothing. Why, Duffy says that he's a thoroughbred Mongolian.
Yeah, but what does Duffy know about it?
Oh, Duffy's a swell guy. He's a scholar, too.
You mean he goes to school?
Oh, no, he's too old to go to school. But that's what he always says. He's a gentleman and a scholar.
What does he do for a living?
Oh, he works for Dad off and on. That's stuff for you. Here today and gone tomorrow.
Sounds like a tramp to me.
Oh, not him. Why, he'll tell you. He's been every place and done everything, and, well, there's where he lives.
In that job?
Well, that's just sort of temporary.
If our financial condition is sound, why did we have a depression?
It's the monetary system.
What's the matter?
Got somebody in there with him.
And in closing, friends and radio listeners, I want to emphasize that my sentiments have been perfectly expressed by that other great American, Abraham Lincoln. This is a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. I thank you.
You took the words right out of my mouth, Al.
Hiya, Dad.
Hello there, Bill. Come on in. I was just coming up to your place. Hello, Horace.
How do you do, Mr. Duffy?
Plain Duffy to my friend, son. Let's go.
Hey, Duffy, what were you arguing with the radio for?
Keeps me up in my oratory. Might have to run for office again.
Duffy, I never was held in office.
Sure. I was unanimously elected governor of New Mexico. Back in 1892 it was.
Hey, New Mexico wasn't admitted to the Union until 1912. Wasn't even a state.
Who said it was a state? I was territorial governor.
Territories don't elect governors. They're appointed.
Who said anything about being elected?
You did. You said...
Oh, must have misheard me. Pretty quick in the uptake, ain't you, son?
Huh?
Kind of smart.
I'm in the 8th grade.
That's fine, Horace. You go right ahead. Don't let nothing stop you. Schooling's a great thing. I'm a Harvard man myself.
What's the capital of New York?
Albany. Anybody knows that?
What's the capital of Illinois?
Springfield. That's where Lincoln lived.
What's the capital of Oregon?
Oregon. Oregon? By golly, you got me there. I never did get to Oregon.
I know all the capitals, but I've only been in one state.
What's up? Wasn't you a lumberjack in Oregon?
No, that was Washington.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Washington.
Then what's the capital of...
Hi, Bill!
Hiya, Butters. I'll see you later. Butters, this is my cousin, and he wants to join the club. Horace, this is Brad.
Hi.
Specs. Joey.
Hello.
Tom. Cupid.
Cupid? That's a funny name.
What's yours?
Horace. Horace Clay.
Oh, Horace, I'll slap you on the wrist.
Pick up a dandelion.
Pick up a dandelion? What for?
Go on, do as you're told. Excelsior!
Excelsior! Hey, what's the idea?
You gotta do it, Horace. That's initiation.
Well, you're not going to initiate me that way.
That's the rules. Sure, everybody goes through the mill before they can be a member.
Oh, it's dumb if you ask me.
You want to be a member, don't you?
Yeah, but I'm not going to be made a fool of.
Oh, come on, Horace. Be a regular guy. We're all going swimming after.
I don't want to go swimming.
Ah, forget him. Let's go swimming.
I bet your cousin would like to play a nice game of tiddlywinks.
Oh, you guys got him all wrong. He's all right. Maybe he's homesick or something.
Last one in the creek's name's Clarabelle.
Hey, wait.
Horace, what's the matter, dear?
Nothing's the matter.
What's happened? Tell Mother.
I told you nothing.
Why aren't you out playing with Billy?
He don't want to play with me.
Well, what about the other boys?
He told them not to play with me.
Why?
How should I know?
Horace, how can you speak to me in that manner?
Then why do you ask me so many questions?
Because, darling, I'm just trying to help you. You see, when you're unhappy, Mother is miserable. Peck, just leave him to me. You know, dear, you have just as much right in this house as he has.
Put on over 5 pounds, and that's over £1 a week. But they are the best waffles I ever ate.
With my special recipe. You have another cup of coffee?
You know, it's a rare thing, Lily, to find a woman who can make a decent cup of coffee.
Well, it's a rare thing to find a man who can appreciate a cup of coffee when he gets it. Billy, dear, don't do that.
What are you up to now?
Cut that out, Elmer.
Billy, you know that isn't very fair to the animal. If you keep feeding him at the table, he'll continue to expect it, and you know that isn't very nice.
I thought I told you to keep that dog outside.
You didn't say all the time.
Billy, that sounded terribly fresh.
Oh, I didn't mean it that way.
I'm sure you didn't. But it sounded dreadful.
Hey, what do you got there?
What?
You know where. In your pocket.
What pocket?
In your pants pocket.
Horace,
Yes, Mother.
let me see your handkerchief. That's better. Billy, why can't you throw that soiled handkerchief in the laundry bag and take another?
Oh, I only got it out yesterday.
Will you please do what Aunt Lily says? What do you got in that bottle?
Ants?
Oh, my goodness, take them away, take them away.
Throw that stuff out.
Oh, but I've been studying them. And I've been feeding them for months.
Feeding ants?
You take that junk and dump it out in the ash can and come back here.
What about the 2 bottles of ants in your room, Bill?
Now listen, you go right up and get them and dump them out with the rest of this junk.
Dirty little snitch.
Come on, Elmer. Here's Mr. Horace's soup. What you want me to do with it? Oh, Billy, dear. As long as you're going upstairs, will you take Horace's soup with you? You mustn't be too harsh with him, Henry. He's only a child. Well, after all, Horace has had a mother's care. Miss Martha, you may take the plates out, but leave the coffee. That's the way I always does it, Miss Lily. Martha doesn't seem to catch on very quickly, does she? I catch on to some things mighty quick, Miss Lily.
Oh, Uncle Henry, have you seen my report card?
Yes, and a very good report card it is, too. Oh, that reminds me, Bill. I knew there was something else I wanted to talk to you about. Horace Clay, A in effort, plus B in work, A in conduct. William Peck, C in effort, B in work, C in conduct, C in conduct. How did it happen?
Oh, some kid poked me when we were at recess, so I poked him back, and I got C.
Well, that's the third fight that you've had in the past 2 months. Of course, it doesn't reflect much credit on me to have everyone in town saying that Peck's boy is always in trouble. You must know how it makes me feel.
Horace.
Oh. Thanks, Horace.
Horace, it's time for you to get ready for church.
Yes, Mother. Excuse me, Uncle Henry.
And you too, Billy, dear.
Oh, Bill, just a minute. Sit down.
Excuse me, please.
Bill, maybe I shouldn't have given you that call down before Aunt Lily and Horace.
That's all right.
Something's licking the tar out of you. What's doing it?
Nothing.
You can't tell me that. You're not pulling well with Horace, are you?
No.
You not only refuse to play with him, but you influence the rest of the gang toward him.
I can't help it if they don't like him.
I don't see why not. Maybe he's not like the other boys you play with. But he seems like a good kid. And he's smart, too.
Oh, he's smart, all right.
The trouble is, you don't try to understand him, Bill.
I don't want to understand him.
Now, it's up to you to get along with him. You've got to bear with him as long as he and Aunt Lily are living with us.
How much longer are they going to stay?
Bill, I don't like your attitude. Guys, we don't seem to get together at all anymore. You know as well as I do that ever since Aunt Lily's been here, why, she's done everything in her power to make things pleasant for us. I think that a guy who's president of the Excelsior Club could handle a little situation like this. Don't you?
I tell you, Dad, I try to be friends with him, but I don't know.
You can't tell me about kids. They're all alike. Scrapping one minute and friends the next. You know the trouble with you? You're trying to make a mountain out of a molehill. Now, beat it upstairs and get ready for church. And step on it, will you?
Okay, Pop. Hey, Horace.
Will you get out of my room?
Horace, I played sort of a dirty trick on you, and I wanted to tell you about it.
You can't tell me anything.
Well, I had a talk with Dad, and I told him that...
You can't tell me anything.
Horace!
I'm coming, Mother.
Hey, Horace! Out!
Hello, Horace. All set?
You better hurry, Uncle Henry.
Oh, we've got plenty of time. It's only a couple of blocks. I'm going out.
Well, did keeping him in his room all afternoon do any good?
He wouldn't say anything except that he didn't do it. I don't know what's gotten into him. He never lied to me before. Playing a trick like that on me.
Why, don't you let me try to work it out. I want you to be happy, Henry. And I might be able to wake William up.
That may be a good idea, Lily. We'll talk about it later. I'm going over to see Watkins for a few minutes on business. I'll see you at the theater at 7.
What do you want?
Just wanted to tell you the gang was around asking for you. I told them you couldn't come out.
You keep your nose out of my business. Now beat it.
Certainly like this room.
Well, forget it, because it won't do you no good.
I was just thinking. If you'll trade rooms with me, I'll tell Uncle Henry the truth about the ant.
You keep quiet. You made enough trouble between Dad and me already. Why don't you and your mother get wise to yourselves and pack up and go home?
Why don't you get wise to yourself? We're here to stay.
You ought to know by now that nobody wants you. You don't belong here.
We have as much right here as you have. In fact, more.
Well, you have, huh?
Yes, we have.
How do you figure that out?
You don't know, I'm not going to tell you.
Well, don't then. What do I care?
At least I've got a mother. I know who my father was.
And I know who my father is.
What you think?
You cut that out. Cousin or no cousin, I'll take a sock at you.
You're not my cousin. You're no relation to any of us. You're an orphan. They got you out of an orphan's home.
Oh, you're goofy.
Am I? Well, I can prove it. You don't believe me? Ask my mother.
Go on.
Why don't you find out for yourself, then? Find out if it isn't true. Find out if they didn't get you from an orphan asylum. Ask your dad.
Been cooking all my life without a receipt book, and then she come along. 2 teaspoons of vanilla.
Where's Dad, Martha?
Oh, it's you.
Where's Dad?
And your dad? He done gone downtown for something. He ain't really going down to meet him after a while, and they going to the movies.
Are you sure?
Is I sure? Is I ever lied to you?
Well, I mean, when'll he be back?
Now, how should I know when he be back? How should I know? And don't start bothering me. I got too much on my mind now. Where'd she put that currant jam?
How long you been with Dad and me, Martha?
Oh, near about 15 years, long before you was born, sonny.
Then you must have been here when I was born.
We wasn't here then. We was living in Greeley.
Well, gosh, then you do remember.
Why, of course I remember, child. I got a memory like an elephant. Billy, honey, you was the cutest, pinkest, prettiest little baby I ever saw. And your mammy and daddy sure was crazy about you. And I was, too. Ain't that something?
Yes, but...
Go on now. Get on out of the way. Get on out. Get... Somebody's been talking, and somebody's been talking too much.
Bill. It's all the same.
Go to the ant, thou sluggard.
We have the pleasure of your company to go fishing for bullhead, Mr. William Peck.
No, thank you. I don't care to go fishing.
Ta-da!
Father and son together, cows in every kind of weather. Boys of today are men of tomorrow. Don't let your country come to sorrow. Fight, fight, fight for your
Hiya, Duff.
Hi there, Bill. Where you been all afternoon?
Oh, I've been around. Say, Duff, was you ever in an orphan asylum?
Was I ever in an asylum?
Yeah.
Now, that ain't nice, kid. I don't like that. Accusing a man of my standing with being in a crazy house?
Oh, you don't get me right, Duff. I mean an orphan asylum.
Oh! You mean orphan home?
Not so loud. This is kind of bright.
I didn't get you right on account of the saw.
Stop a minute, will you, Duff? This is awful important to me.
Sure. Speak your mind.
Well, what I want to know is, if a kid's born in an orphan home, how does he find out?
Well, I'll tell you. You see, when me and my 3 brothers and 2 sisters was all orphans, we was in an orphan home, and I was quite a character. As a matter of fact, a fellow wrote a play about my brother and me. You ever hear about it? It was called The 2 Orphans.
Hey, Duffy! Well, did you find out?
As I started to tell you.
Skip it, Duff.
Hmm?
Skip it. Never mind.
Mother wants those flowers for her corsage.
I'll be getting them soon, when I'm through here.
Well, you better get them now if you know what's good for you.
Horace!
Here he is, Mother. I told him, but he wouldn't do it.
Mr. Duffy, what about my flowers?
Yes, ma'am. I was just going after them.
Well, I should think you'd have plenty of time before this.
You know, ma'am, the later you pick them, the longer they last.
Seems to me that instead of wasting your time building dog houses, you might apply yourself to the garden with better results.
Well, since you're feeling that way about it, maybe I ought to tell you I'm building the house on my own time.
You needn't be insolent about it.
I don't mean to be insolent, lady.
Mr. Duffy, we won't need you here anymore.
Well, that's all right. But you know, Mr. Peck, he hired me, and I kind of think it's up to him to fire me.
You're discharged.
You know, Mrs. Vanderbilt tried to fire me once, but I got to reasoning with her. In a couple of minutes, she said to me, Duffy, I beg your pardon. Go back to them horses. Now, if you want to apologize. Oh, well, there wasn't no future here anyway.
bush war.
A lot of bourgeois nothing. You don't look anything like him, do you? Well, I'll say one thing for Duffy. Built you a doghouse anyway. He got fresh with my mother and she fired him. He's leaving in the morning. Another thing, we missed those cock and bull stories of his.
Nobody asked you to come and listen to him.
I wouldn't want to waste my time on a tramp like that. Why, you don't see me stuck with 40% in an arithmetic examination. Well, that you're doing pretty good for a kid who come from an orphan asylum.
You take that back or I'll sock you one.
Why don't you try it? You better learn to duck.
Hey, Bill. What is this? Well, this is a fine mess. What's this all about, young man?
And I assured Uncle Henry it would be perfectly safe to leave you two alone. I'm ashamed of you. You especially, Horace. You don't know how you hurt Mother. And I thought I could trust you.
I'm sorry, Mother. I'm sorry, Uncle Henry.
You're all smeared with blood.
You're a sight. Go in and wash up.
Come, Billy.
Well, at least you might be civil to Aunt Lily.
Don't, Henry, please. He didn't mean it. Did you, Billy, dear?
Why don't you answer? You apologize to Aunt Lily.
I won't apologize.
Well, what do you mean by that?
I won't apologize, that's all.
Well, that isn't all. Now, listen. This is serious. Either you do what I say, Bill, or we're through.
You wouldn't talk that way to me
If what? If what? I can't understand you at all anymore. If what? What are you talking about? You're not the boy that I could talk to man to man.
Dad, could I have a little talk with you? Kind of private-like.
Now, what is all this privacy about? Aunt Lily is just as much interested in you as I am. Anything you've got to say to me, you can say before her.
Oh, what's the use?
Don't be stubborn, Billy, dear.
Well, what have you got to say for yourself?
I'm going to bed.
Henry, leave him alone. I'll think of something.
Say, here's a funny one. Can you imagine me there with a mustache?
They don't want me, I don't want them.
What's up now? Tell Doc. Hey, that ain't no way to act. Come on. Snap out of it. That reminds me. You know, I ran away once myself when I was a kid about your age. Went to see a four-master going around the horn. Let me see. It was in 61 or 62.
Oh, give the booze up.
I remember it like it was yesterday. We were trekked all towards Sumter, and General Lee rode up, and he says to me, "Duff," he says.
They don't want me anymore, Duff. They don't want me.
Oh, you're just imagining that, son.
No, he said he was through with me, I tell you.
I'm surprised at you taking him so serious like that. Why, I ain't never seen a father and son so close.
But I ain't his son. Come on, Duff. Let's get going.
Did I ever tell you of the time I was cooking for the king? It was during the Boer War in South Africa.
Gee, we'll have swell times together.
You sure you want to go, Bill?
You said I could go with you, didn't you?
Sure. Miss Clay said some things to me I didn't like. You didn't see me run away and hang my head. No, sir. I gave her a chance to apologize, and then I walked. Like that. Bill, if you want to be a success in life, don't run away from your problems. Where would Dempsey be if he was afraid of Big Jess Willer? Or Lindbergh be if he was afraid to cross the Atlantic Ocean? Or President Roosevelt if he was afraid to tackle the Depression?
Come on, Duff. Let's get going.
Oh, get out of my kitchen. How dare you talk to me that way? Get out and stay out. Mr. Peck, I'm quitting right now.
What's the trouble?
Oh, Henry, I'm so sorry. You leave Martha to me.
What is it, Martha?
If
What
she
is it?
stays here, I'm going right now. This woman, ever since she's been here, there ain't been nothing but trouble, trouble, trouble.
What's going on?
That's right, ask her. She's running this place, running you, but she ain't gonna run me. She's even trying to run your own boy out of this house.
Oh, Henry, I'm so embarrassed. I don't know what to say.
Where's Bill?
Why, I don't know, Henry. He's up in his room, I suppose.
Oh, Bill. Oh, Bill.
Good morning, Uncle Henry.
Where's Bill?
I don't know, Uncle Henry.
What's going on here?
We changed rooms.
When did that happen?
Why, only yesterday, Henry.
Why did you do it, Lily?
Well, you know, we discussed it yesterday, and you agreed with me that it might do Bill some good if I...
I know, but at least you might have let me talk to him about it first. This bed hasn't been slept in. He hasn't been here all night.
Oh, where is he? Where could he have gone?
Well, there's no sense standing here talking about it.
I want you to go, but not to stay. I want you to go back and clean up.
Don't you see, Duff? Belong.
Belong? In my inn, a kid that won't fight for his rights ain't worth a salt. I bet you're running away to slick you.
He didn't lick me, and I ain't running away because of that, neither.
Well, it's certainly gonna look like it.
You don't believe that, do you, Duff?
No. But when Horace tells the gang that he licked you, what are they gonna think if you ain't here to defend yourself?
Oh, they won't even listen to him.
I'll bet you are running away 'cause Horace licked you.
You think so? You think so, Duff? Well, I'll show you.
Excelsior! Excelsior!
Where you been? Where were you all night? Your father's looking for you.
Well, I'm looking for you.
What do you want?
I come back here to clean up.
was this, Bill?
He started it.
Here. Wait a minute, Billy. Wait a minute.
Well, why don't you do something about it?
We will do something about it. You take Horace to his own room.
But...
Please, Lily. What's it all about, Bill?
I'm going away with Duffy.
Oh. Is Duffy going away?
Aunt Lily fired him, didn't she?
Well, I might decide to rehire him.
Oh. Well, I guess the only thing for you to do then is to send me back where you got me from.
What? What are you talking about?
Well, why don't you send me back to the orphan's home?
Where on earth did you hear that? Who told you?
That's true, ain't it?
Was it Aunt Lily?
No. What difference does it make?
Well, I want to know. Did she tell you?
No, she didn't. But that's why Horace and me had them fights.
Well, there won't be any more fights. Bill. When your mother and I were married, we wanted a baby boy. And we didn't have one, and we got older, and were lonely, and then we found you.
Well, why didn't you pick me out particular?
Because the minute we saw you, we knew that you were the one we wanted.
Gee, how many kids were in that place?
About 50.
50 kids? And you knew right away you wanted me?
That's right, son.
Gee willikers, that's better than being born. Well, you picked me. If I'd have been born regular, you would have had to take me, even if I was a Chinaman.
Or a wild Indian.
Yeah.
You'll be anxious. What, Horace? Don't tell me you forgot to dump.
Oh. And you ain't sorry you picked me?
So sorry that I think you and I are going fishing Saturday.
Just you and me?
Just you and I. And Duffy.
Say, you know, that was a tough break about Butch.
Hmm?
We needed a big guy on the line.
Yeah?
Yeah. The capital of Oregon is Salem.